Aloha and a warm welcome to another weekly update of vacation rentals here on Oahu. My name is Bryan, broker in charge of Halipuna Real Estate. I'm also a partner of Island Stays Hawaii, and appreciate you watching my channel. Hopefully you're enjoying this content. And if you're looking for agent representation to buy, sell real estate here on Oahu, or looking for some management services, please contact me anytime. I'd love to serve you if possible. I'm a 5-star rated agent on Zillow as well as Google, and I put the utmost importance on my fiduciary responsibilities with my clients, as you can see from my reviews. With that said, this past week for vacation rentals, pretty good week. 14 new listings, 3 sold ones. The 2 of the 3, these last 2 were cash transactions. This one appears to be financing. And another week where there's actually one, what I consider a really great deal, and then a great listing here at Kualima, a beautiful property. But let's just jump into it. And as I get started, I just want to reiterate the importance of photography. Whenever you decide to sell a property, I highly encourage you to, if you don't know photography, hire a professional photographer who can take really quality photos of your property to portray it in its best light. Vast majority of people start their real estate search online now, and in my opinion, and a lot of the people think the same thing, is that it's critical to do high quality photos. But as you'll see from a lot of these listings this week, there's some really poor quality photos. And if I was a seller, I would demand that my agent put more quality photos on the listing, or I'd fire that agent and get a new one. That's how important I think photography is. So this first property is a studio at Hawaiian Monarch on the 18th floor, 247 square feet, priced at $350,000. Here's your fees here, what it covers. This is a priced pretty well in my opinion. Corner unit, as you can see from the images. Really nice view here. Nice and clean. I like the kitchenette, tile shower, new flooring in the unit. Pretty simple, but quality looking unit. And I've mentioned in prior videos is that I'm not a huge fan of this building itself. It's pretty dated, has some deferred maintenance. And as you can see, monthly dues are quite low, but I would expect that the dues have to increase at some point just to cover some of the capital improvements that need to happen in the building. Here's a pool deck down here. The building's located around Alawai, close to Macaulay, so you're going to be dealing with some street noise, but on the 18th floor, it shouldn't be too bad. Waikiki Grand, 2 Waikiki Grands, just units listed this week. This is on the 4th floor, 243 square feet, priced at $395. City views. This is priced pretty well as popcorn ceiling, but this is on the quiet side of the building. The building's located on Kapahulu, which gets a ton of traffic. So here's the building right here. So these units, here's Kapahulu right here. Really busy, Honolulu Zoo, but prime location. There's a hamburger restaurant right down here. Really nice lobby. And these are quality photos. Kudos to the listing agent for getting good photos for the listing. Nice looking kitchenette. There's your views, obviously, from later in the night. Next new listing is another studio at Waikiki Grand on the 3rd floor, 363 square feet, priced at $397,500. I'm not going to go into detail on this unit because it was just listed initially just a few weeks ago at $420,000, so they just dropped the price, brought back on the market. But I also want to point out that this current owner just purchased this unit in February for $380,000. So they did a little painting, but I mean, this is now more realistic for market value. Luana Waikiki studio on the 8th floor, 313 square feet, just under $400,000. Here's your monthly dues here, what it covers. Typical kind of hotel furnishings for a studio at Luana Waikiki. I'm a big fan of this building. Really large kitchenettes. But here's a listing, just photos are not too impressive. And this building's located around Kalakaua, so you will deal with some street noise. Like this lanai here, you'll definitely hear some traffic and at times pedestrian noise, I'm sure. Island Colony, this is a pretty nice unit here on the 42nd floor, 308 square feet, $429,000. I think that's pretty realistic for studio on this high floor. Here's your monthly dues here. So great views. Not too keen on how this unit's furnished though. It's got the Murphy bed. Great shot of Diamond Head, ocean. It's a good shot there. But again, another listing with not very quality photos. Think that might sell at that price. I'd be more confident if it was furnished a lot better. Here's a studio at Trump Tower, which is now Kalahi on the 13th floor, 441 square feet, just under 500,000. Here's your fees here, what it includes. Again, these units don't really make very appealing investment opportunities for most investors, so I'm not going to go into detail, but if you have any questions on this unit, just reach out to me directly. Here's another great opportunity, I think, at Ilikai. 17th floor, 1 bed, 1 bath, 558,000. It makes me want to make an offer myself. I mean, this is a really incredible price, and even just lowest price unit in the building won't last. I agree. I think based on comps, this is a smoking deal, and it's a pretty quality unit. I'm not keen. It's got carpet, and I would definitely want to open up this kitchenette area, redo the whole kitchen area. But I do actually like this is an upgrade, having this wood divider between the bedroom and living room. So definitely would make some changes. But that to me is a really great price. Moving over to Waikiki Sunset. Pretty rare listing at Sunset. This building is pretty quiet. This is on the 36th floor. 1 bed, 1 bath. Does come with parking. 546 square feet. Price at $680,000. Here's your monthly fees here, what it covers. Keep in mind though that they're in the process of submeting their electricity, and it's kind of been delayed, but I think by next year, owners are going to be responsible for electricity. And speaking to the association, they're considering dropping the monthly fees once the electricity is sub-metered, which definitely seems fair to me. This is your standard hotel furnishings. These units can be customized any way you want. I have a couple of clients that have units in, actually I have a few clients in here that have really done well with the remodels and have beautiful units. Pretty good Malca view. You're way up, you're going to see some great sunrises. Sometimes you'll see some rainbows here. Pool deck there. And don't be dissuaded just on how that unit looks, because I have a client who owns probably one of the, maybe the nicest 1 bedroom in Waikiki Sunset. All high-end finishes. I think he has now 20-something reviews, all 5-star. So you can maybe really make these units look really beautiful and get a higher nightly rate and really have a happy guest. Waikiki Banyan. So there are now 15 listings or 15 units on the market at Banyan, which is incredible. Not too long ago, it was hard to see even one or two listings. They were just selling so quickly. But this is a 1 bed, 1 bath. Unit does come with parking. It's a corner unit, 594 square feet. On the 15th floor, $849. Monthly dues here, what it covers. I think this is a pretty good price just based on current market conditions. I'm a big fan of these corner units. You have this little galley kitchen here. A lot of people on these units here. So the bathroom's right behind this wall. So a lot of people open up this wall here, put a door so people can access the bathroom rather than have to go to the bedroom. I think it's a huge improvement. And I have a client who owns a corner unit Banyan, and he opened this up so the kitchen's a little more open, and put some kitchen cabinets here and a little island, not island, but a countertop, wraparound countertop. Highly recommend. Challenging thing here is that really your views just looking at another building towards Diamond Head. Another unit or another listing with not the best photos. And if these curtains were open, you would have some ocean view as well as from the kitchen. There you go, right there. So another unit over at Waikiki Banyan. This one's on the 35th floor. 533 square feet. This is the smallest floor plan, where that previous unit was the largest floor plan at 594. 889,000. This has kind of pushed it, in my opinion, for valuation. I do like the kitchen. Cabinets are really nice, but still got the popcorn ceiling. I'm not too keen on the furnishings. And keep in mind, so again, another listing does not have very good photos here. This is taken from the lanai. The photographer is kind of leaning out from the lanai. And there is a vacant lot down here, which is used by valet parking for the Marriott. I've asked other agents before, I've snooped around. I've not heard any plans to develop this lot, but it's such a valuable, very large lot that I would think that at some point it is going to be developed. So if that ever does go up, you're going to lose a huge chunk of the view here. But just want to be clear, I've not heard of any development plans. I've talked to some other agents who are very active in Waikiki, and they've also never heard of any upcoming development plans. But the potential is there. So I think that's a little high in my opinion. Trump Tower on the 9th floor. This is a 1-bed, 2-bath, just over 1,100 square feet, price of 1.1. Kualima Estates East. This is one of the best units I've seen at Kualima. This is over on the North Shore. If you're not familiar with it, you have Turtle Bay Resort right here. And Honolulu, Waikiki right over here. So from Honolulu, Waikiki, you get this area. It's roughly going to take about an hour with no traffic. But keep in mind, you have Hawai'i over here. This road right here is one way in each direction. It can often very, very busy with tourists because surf spots, great places to lounge on the beaches, turtle watch. So it can sometimes take a lot of time to get up to Turtle Bay. But this is stellar. 1-bed, 2-bath, but this does have a loft. Super nice. And again, I applaud the listing agent for some really quality photos here. Very private lanai. Got the golf course. Big fan of the kitchen cabinets. This is very custom here, having the exposed wood ceilings. And here's your loft up here. So here's the main bedroom. The bath there, really nice. And then the loft here. They've done a lot of work here. Usually there's a wall here, but obviously they removed it to allow for 3 beds because usually it's pretty cramped. You can maybe squeeze 2 beds in, but again, this is for all the square footage. I don't know. I mean, looks like they can have 8 occupancy or maybe even more. That's, to me, is pushing it. It would get a little crowded, but to each their own. But I think that's doing a little too much, having 3 beds up on the loft area. But beautiful. I would say that's pushing it for valuation, but in that condition, I'm guessing that's going to go pretty quick. Here's a 2-bed, 2-bath over at Ritz-Carlton on the 23rd floor, 1,200 square feet, priced at $2.38 million. Similar to Kalahi, Trump Tower, these units really don't appeal to a lot of investors, so I'm not going to go into detail. If you have any questions, just contact me directly. These are really beautiful units, though. And last new listings is 3-bed, 3-bath over at Beach Villas over on West Oahu. 1,650 square feet, priced at $2.859 million. Garden, mountain, ocean views. Here's your fees here. I love this building, love these units. All the units have very similar kitchens. They're all custom designed. This is some nice upgraded furniture here. I like this dining table. I think they're pushing the valuations a little bit because doesn't have the best views here off your lanai. I would definitely want ocean views, not direct ocean views, but some ocean views at this price point. So here's the entrance to the property. Circular drive here. The check-in desk is just to the left of this photo. So you are going to be dealing with quite a bit of traffic at times, so not really the most private lanai. And again, a reason why I think the unit's priced a little too high. Okay, moving on to sold. Trade winds. This is a studio on the 7th floor, 481 square feet, 125 days on the market, sold for $437,500. Waikiki Banyan on the 18th floor. This is a corner unit, $750,000. Then lastly, Ritz-Carlton, a 1-bed, 1-bath on the 17th floor, 211 days on the market, $880,000. Thank you for watching. Contact me anytime you have any questions, and I'll be back next week. Until then, you take care. Aloha.